ladies and gents, welcome to the second part, the night tour of the new Citroen C3 Aircross. In this video we're going to take a tour of the exterior and interior details at night, so without further ado, let's just jump into the night review. Now here's the new C3 Aircross at night. If I unlock the car, you can see the beautiful headlights. Now these are nice and bright, and let's do a little walk around. So this is the front. Looking very nice. I love the new signature and the design, as I've said in the day review. If you haven't checked the day review, check it out. It's a separate video. Now, once again, you can see those. Now, checking the side profile before the lights switch off. You can see that, and then let's see the taillights. I'm gonna lock it so to unlock it once again. You can see that these taillights look red during the day. They're more like pink looking. Now, not sure why the license plate isn't matching the front or the cold lights, but you can retrofit those if you're really into that. Now, let me open the cargo space. So there's that one warm light. It does a pretty solid job at illuminating the interior, so that's that. And then if you raise this up, it's also illuminated. It's okay, I guess. I'm gonna close this up. Now, you might have noticed the tailgate, even the doors, very shallow. There's like no acoustic materials inside, at least not that much when it comes to closing sound. So I think they could have maybe added a little bit more. I was expecting that for the C3, but for the Aircross it's a bit more expensive, and I would prefer a little bit more for the buck. So here's the light on the top. On the Aircross you get it, so the rear bench is illuminated, unlike the C3, which doesn't have the light on the back, only on the front. So you can see here the front. Now I'm gonna jump in. We have here the Citroen, so put that in there. Okay, the radio keeps coming on, although I've muted it for some reason, so that's that. Here's the night point of view. Now I will do separated night point of view driving review, where I'm going to summon my impressions, how this feels on the road. Now I've got the new Insta360 Ace Pro camera. It's a little bit different lens regarding the wide view, so I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. So, but there's a new camera, so stay tuned for the night review and driving impressions. Zooming back in. Okay, now we have, same as in the new C3, white buttons. You can see that, so close up. And what's interesting, we have here ambient lights. I've mentioned in the C3 there is no ambient lights. This is not what I had in mind, but I guess that's something unique, so not too shabby. Now here's the Apple CarPlay at night. Now here's the embedded navigation as well, so you can see how that looks. And probably more likely going to use Waze. Here's the AC controls. Now you can see the AC here has this amber, same for the heating options. So that's that. Now these are all white. Now if you want to disable the sound here, just hold this and on the top until it pops this amber light. This is going to signal that you have disabled the sound warning until the end of the drive. So for every drive you need to do it again. These are white, this one goes red, and you can see the digital cockpit. If I zoom in, you can see here my fuel consumption test, driving between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour at night in avenues where there's a little traffic, anticipating want to recuperate in this case and lower my fuel consumption. So simulating open road, 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers is not too bad. I did a consumption test as well, and it was around 6.5 liters. So that's pretty solid. When I was doing the day part driving, I got 7 liters. So you can expect up to 7, and then if you're driving faster above the speed limit, let's say 150, 140 mix, then you would definitely get 8 liters. And maybe also in the city, if you're a heavy foot, you would get something close to 7, between 7 and 8 liters or more. So it really depends on the driver. This one goes red if you lock. I love when you can see turn signals in the side mirrors, and you at the top you can see those and those. If I switch these on, and these, you can see these are quite bright. Now I just wanted to show you here, there's no light in the glove compartment. If you turn that on, it does partially illuminate it, so it's not all that bad, but that's that. And if you want to see a beauty mirror, then again you can turn this light on, but it doesn't really help because there's no light on the top. So that is what you get in this case. And at the bottom here we have the lights for the automatic. So I really haven't figured this all the way. So sometimes you just push it to reverse. By the way, here's the backing camera, so still decent for the purpose. And see, this time I went to neutral. I wanted to like skip like now. So it just, you need to like deeply press fully all the way, and then you skip the neutral. If you're like gentle, then you're just doing it halfway. For the L, I think it's some sort of recuperation mode, or it uses the engine to like deaccelerate, because here you can see L, it goes from 1 to 6 because it's a 6-speed automatic, and then if you press it, it just goes back to D. So I'm not really sure. Before we had B for like recuperation, it was like stronger when you engage it, and now it's just like by default strong. I didn't feel any difference when I've engaged the L, so really I don't know what it actually does, to be honest. And electronic parking brake engages and disengages automatically. It's red. Also, those are on. Now I'm gonna engage the fog lights here on the front and rear. So you can see here, front fog lights are warm. This is the long beam. So I'm gonna turn that on, and let me just see here. Okay, twice press forward and engage the front and rear. Now I'm going to come out and show you the back here. Let's see if the USBs are illuminated. Actually, I can see they are not, as you can see that. These are window switches, and we have that fog light, or LED fog light in this case, in the middle, which is nice. And let me just turn on the hazards as well since I'm at it. So just to show you the rear ones. So the rear ones are like bulbs. And then you can see on the side mirrors. So we have warm fog lights on the front. They've saved a little bit there. They didn't make them hold LED like the main headlights. I guess it matches the license plate then. But as far as I see, the long beam is cold LED light, unlike the Duster that I saw. So I'm not sure why car manufacturers don't match those up, but that's that. Not sure if you can hear the petrol, but it sounds a little bit different thanks to this mild hybrid system. Well, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up, and that was the night tour. So if you haven't check out my detail day review. This was just a quick tour of the new C3 Aircross at night. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell to get notified when I upload the night point of view driving review and some of my impressions behind the wheel of the new C3 Aircross with this new mild hybrid 145 horsepower 6-speed automatic. See you in the next one. Bye.